How can you make college worth it? I'm a biology professor. I've got a few simple steps here that I think are really good strategies, so let's go ahead and get started. So, number one is going to be attend class. That's sort of unsurprising to say the least, right? But you can ask questions during class, you can discuss during class, you can like kind of find examples to connect in class. And here's what I'm going to say. If you don't attend, then you're basically taking this and you are burning it to pieces, okay? So don't do that. Use this time to find community, people, things like that. Number two, I would advise, make sure that whatever you're up to, make sure that you're choosing a major that you really enjoy, okay? And this can mean that, yeah, even if you were told like, oh, STEM careers pay the best, if you like reading and writing, for example, I'm drawing my little book there, then do that. What I'm saying is that you should be able to find something that you would do essentially for free. And I know, and we're going to get to the finance part, but you should be able to do something that you feel impassioned about. So choose something that makes you feel that way. Now, like I said, I'm a STEM prof. I liked that thing. Find that too, because that's what's going to kind of help build. And especially into this third thing, you want to try and find community in college, okay? You want to be able to find people that can challenge you, support you, both, right? One of the best ways to do that is find people in your major, but we'll make some other connections here and things like that. Obviously, sort of indirectly, by attending class, you can build that community as well. So, 3 things so far. Definitely go to class, maximize what you can get out of what you're paying for, obviously. Your major, make sure you choose one that you feel strongly about the commitment to. Because remember, there's very few majors that just are completely about money, and if it is just about money, college doesn't need to be every option, right? And I say that as a prof, and that's okay. So, next, connecting again with whatever major you decide, I want to advise that you find something where you can use your imagination, creativity, and I would put in here kind of the critical thinking aspect, okay? So, let me get this. So what I would say is, given that, I'm going to do a little thought bubbles there. That's a bad little thought bubble, whatever. So find something that you feel sort of impassioned about being the best at and or changing that thing. And I don't know, making the impact you feel like only with these foundations you might be able to, right? Try to be whatever you decide to be, try and be the best one that you can, whether that's a major, whatever you find in there. And again, that's why I want you to be going into here, even if you feel like, oh, like maybe the classes aren't challenging enough for me in some cases. A lot of the time, what you're going to find is examples that do evoke, wow, that's a really cool thing. Like I know that we talk about like all the epigenetics of like stress and how domestication affected dogs and stuff. And then you think about Neanderthals versus Homo sapiens. It's pretty cool ideas to say the least. And sometimes you're going to want to find those ones in there. All right, next, I'm going to go ahead and put this one up here, save some room. Find something that challenges you, okay? You need to have something that like makes you fuerte and strong, okay? You want to find something that is going to get you past that initial comfort zone, okay? And I know I'm gonna draw a bullseye right here, but essentially getting closer and closer and closer. The more you challenge yourself to hit that middle and be that like excellent version, it's gonna take some failure. It's gonna take some glutamate burning in and learning a little bit. But at the end of the day, that's how you make a lot out of this, okay? Find the classes, professors, whoever it is, your community as well, whoever that is going to allow that. Now, the cool thing is, remember, there's nothing good with challenge without good support systems too. So those are also important to kind of buttress. 6, I kind of ruined my little room right there, okay? And last, this one kind of connects to everybody. I'm gonna say find mentors, okay? I'm gonna put this little grumpy little professor right here, smoking his pipe. We don't have pipes anywhere anymore. But it doesn't have to be a mentor, for example, that is a professor. It can be, and that is a proven way for retention to help, things like that. Finding somebody who, again, will challenge you and will also support you, that's the key. Again, not always going to be a professor. It could be one of your TAs, some of your friends, things like that. It's not going to matter. Okay, 7, I'm going to put this last one. I'm going to say resources, okay? And I'm going to do my best to put little gold nuggets right here. Oh, I don't know if the yellow is going to show up, but imagine you like struck gold nuggets right here. Okay, So what I'm thinking here is, remember, you have writing centers, you have alumni centers, you have tutors, you have TAs that you have your professors. That also counts, right? You can become a teacher, for example. So I'm just going to put like learning skills that are in demand. That's going to be the main thing. For example, like if you get certifications and small stuff, that's awesome. Okay. And it's going to build on what you can't typically accomplish. I'm going to do green right here. Maybe if you take your major, for example, sometimes if you add minors in something, so like I'm a biology prof, right? It looks great on applications when I have somebody who is an English minor or a political science minor. I have one who's an automotive engineering minor, and it's so cool. And he's always like, oh, I would never talk about this in the application. No, that's operating. That's like doing stuff. It was so good. So make sure that whatever resources you have, you can use to not only extend what you're getting for. And again, if you have minors, you're making that degree worth more. Okay. So that's good if you can finish on time, which is fine. But the resources, like I said before, where it's like alums, all that stuff. And here, I'm gonna do a little fun one. Find IM Sports. This is like the worst football I've ever drawn, but there, find that thing, because that's also going to factor in right there too. Just join random stuff. It's really uncomfortable at first, but getting that number 3 right there is so important. I know that where we're at, we have a Rise Bio community where it's like you're a bio major and you do research, hooray, hooray. But having that first round of people, I at least know that person, it's massive. So on the finance side of this, if you can maximize where you go, don't go into debt for anywhere that you go. Okay. Try and find your typical flagship state school is going to be decently affordable. So, and if you max it out and make the most of it, you're going to be better off. Okay. Take in any high school credits that you can. Again, stay ahead and organized on your schedule for whatever major you pick. And oftentimes that can lead to, I have a lot of students that graduated in like 3 years and sometimes a little less, and they are just done. So given that though, I do try and keep them around and say like, no, do more stuff. But I think they've definitely found the cheat codes. So thanks for joining for a few tips from a not veteran professor, but 5 years isn't nothing. Hopefully these are somewhat helpful, but I'd be happy to expand and kind of lead the discussion further. So thanks for listening.